How have you seen Will Howard improve as a quarterback since he took over a lot of the number one reps in practice?
Yeah, I mean, he came in very impressive from the jump, but his IQ just getting a little bit better and getting a little more comfortable, commanding the offense and in the pocket has really helped him. And I'm excited to see how he continues to play because he's a fun player, and for him to be able to do the things that he does at such a young age, it's very impressive.
Little almost halfway into your time at Kansas State, how would you say the transfer from Northern Iowa has worked out for you so far?
Everything I hoped it could be. It's been absolutely amazing from on the field to just walking around in Manhattan, um, the little bit we can right now with everything going on. But I've been embraced by this coaching staff, the players, and this community so much that it's really been amazing to me in the past few months, but even to my fiance also.
And you personally have had a lot of success within the offense. One area that hasn't had a ton is the receivers. What do you think it's going to take to get guys like Malik Knowles and some of those other guys more catches?
Yeah, I mean those guys are grinding. Whenever their name or their number's called, they're going to be ready. They have been ready. So we'll just continue to keep finding ways to get guys open. Whenever you have somebody like Deuce that can do all the things he can, you try to get the ball in his hands as many times as possible. But we all just got to keep working. And whenever our number's called, be ready to step up.
Jackson.
Yeah, Briley, with you being so new, obviously this rivalry is a little bit new to you. I'm sure you've heard a lot about it from your teammates. I was just curious what they've built it up to be and what you expect on Saturday.
Yeah, I expect their best game. We've seen. I mean, even being new, they play really good on the road, and there's no doubt that this game is a rivalry. So both teams are going to come in here and do everything they can for a win. Obviously, this will be my first experience, but growing up in Kansas City, I always knew of this game, knew of these two schools. So I'm excited to be able to be a part of it for the first time.
And some of the other guys we talked to kind of mentioned just kind of how they were maybe a little bit overlooked by KU in the recruiting game. And with you being so close to Lawrence, do you maybe feel the same way?
For sure, without a doubt. I would like to say that I felt overlooked for a long time by any FBS program, but being so close to Lawrence, I always felt that that there was a little bit of motivation in not being recruited at all by them. I went to one camp, talked to their coaches there, and that was it. So there's definitely motivation in that. Feeling like I might have been overlooked, but you control what you can control, and if I were to be recruited by them, I wouldn't be able to be a Wildcat right now, and my path has worked out how I'd like it to.
Thanks, Briley. Appreciate it, man.
Yep, thank you.
Adam.
Riley, you're 3-0 in the conference. You stand at the top of the conference and number 20 in the country, and that can give your team kind of a label on their back. And a lot of people say, especially with KU coming up, that anything can happen in a rivalry game. I know Wyatt just said, Coach Kleiman, to make sure you guys focus on one game and one day at a time, but just
Yep.
what kind of does it add to the mindset of knowing that teams are going to start giving more of their best game at you now that you're ranked at the top of the Big 12?
In a conference like this, we even though we're towards the top, tied for first, whatever it is, we still are preparing like we're underdogs. No matter who we're playing, we're taking it one day at a time. Just trying to stack as many good days as we can throughout the week and worry about today instead of worrying about Saturday, because there's a lot of room for improvement before then. But it's just stacking each and every day, getting better each and every day, and not worrying about rankings, not worrying about any of that. Just, one game at a time, one day at a time. That's our mentality, and it's worked this far. And no matter who we play on Saturday, whether it is this rivalry game, that's how we're going to continue to approach it.
Last one here, Mitchell.
Hey, Briley. Coach Kleiman was telling us that Skylar made it back out to practice. Just how cool is it to see him? He helped out with the quarterbacks. Just how cool is it to see him getting back out there and is still helping out the team?
Yeah, it's great. And, I think the biggest thing, it's great for him to be able to be back around the guys. It's good to just have his presence on the field. Even though he's not playing, but he's standing back there, he's helping quarterbacks, he's helping receivers, talking through plays and schemes and stuff. But I think just the biggest thing, it's I've been in that situation. I had a injury that kept me out the whole year in the first game last season. So I know the lows that can bring to you, no matter what your situation is. So just being around the guys for me was very helpful, and I can just see it in him. He's out there and. There's not a second he's not smiling, not a second he's not being positive. And I think that just goes to show the type of person and captain and leader that he is.